Happy weekend. It is Saturday, September 14th, 2024. This is a check-in. I wanted to share a little of my ongoing research with the viewers. I'm looking at the third piece right now, the sentiment. And with the Onvo L60, this is the sub-brand for NIO, coming out with this first model. Deliveries could start anytime. And I'm very excited to see what the week ahead has for us. But in the meantime, 4 out of 4 who I have found who have reviewed the Onvo L60 and compared it to Tesla have said it is better. But I'm going to share just a little bit of each and then my thoughts along the way. I'll also include all the links for these videos. So if you haven't seen them, you can check them out for yourselves. This is Elliot Richards on EVs. He says the Onvo L60 will destroy Tesla in China. We'll see. Time is the ultimate reveal. But I want to move over to Sean with the telescope and give you just a very, very brief clip here of what he says.
Whether this can beat Model Y or not in sales figures, I actually don't know, because other cars like the Zeekr 007, the Xiaomi SU7 has proven just to produce a better product than the Model 3 does not mean you can beat Model 3 in.
Okay, I want to stop there. And I hope you could hear that. I didn't have it turned up all the way, but I also don't want to re-record this. So what I heard from Sean is there are already better models in the Chinese EV market than what Tesla has. And even so, that doesn't mean we haven't seen them necessarily overtake Tesla with or on the sales side. So that is something to watch moving forward. I do think NIO and Onvo have a huge advantage with battery swap. I think there is a longevity and flexibility play. And it's not just about the value of the vehicle being maintained over the course of time. It's also about the more affordability and that flexibility on the upfront cost for the consumer or the user. I do think that matters. So that's something I wanted to share and highlight. I'll be watching moving forward again. But now this is Will over at China Driven, and he's got the NIO in the battery swap. In fact, I think he's the one who might have gotten a battery swap done in under 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So now this is a generation 4 battery swap or power swap station. And so again, this is something to watch moving forward for NIO, because if they continue to improve and make this even faster, well, that makes things really, really interesting and compelling for NIO. I'm going to move here because this is Maimai, and he's actually got 3 videos out now on the Onvo L60 and some comparisons in this video, which we'll come back to. I'm going to show you a little bit of what he shares. He's got a Tesla as well. But what I won't share is from a different video, one of his other videos where he talked about he actually took his Tesla to charge. He was charging away from everyone to see just how fast it would go. And in the meantime, he said he sat there and watched at least 3 NIOs come in, battery swap, and leave while he was still charging. And so for me, I'm just curious about this from the standpoint of a user. Even if I love Tesla, even if I have my Tesla and I'm sitting there charging and I'm watching these other folks come in with their NIOs, or in the case of the near future, maybe they're Onvos, and they're going to charge and leave, and I'm still sitting there. At what point does my time mean more to me? How much do I want to value my time? Or is this will we see, I guess, some of those people say, gosh, it makes sense to become a user, a consumer of that brand. And maybe they're familiar with it. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're familiar with it, but they don't believe battery swap is as efficient as it in fact is. I think these are also things to watch moving forward, which is why I wanted to comment on it. And now I want to skip over to the comment section. This is from a previous video where I kind of asked the question, NIO, Onvo, better than Tesla? I'm curious what others think. On my mind, his first video had said he does think it's better. And we're going to go back to him in just a second. But this is from the comment section. Trent says, might want to hold off judging the Model Y until Juniper is released. As far as software, Tesla is still miles ahead. If self-driving is something you want, Tesla is still years ahead. Saying that NIO has a massive success on its hands with the L60 Onvo 10,000 monthly sales is the floor. It could be double that or more. Now, I know Trent is a NIO bull. He's also Tesla bull. And my response to him was, no matter how much Elon, Tesla, and ARK pump FSD and their claims about robotaxi, it is far behind Baidu. Baidu partnered with Momenta for Apollo and is operating robotaxis in China. See the video link below, and I shared that. Ren Xiaoqing is the former co-founder of Momenta and is now the VP of AD for NIO. Connecting the dots is fun. That's how I like to do things. Now let's connect some other dots as to why I don't think Tesla is leading. In fact, I think they're trailing. This is Elon back in 2015 saying Tesla vehicles will drive themselves in 2 years. And this is how it's going. This is a post from a tweet from September 7th, 2024. And this is Tesla owners of Phoenix says, so my husband thought it would be fun to show his friends how the new FSD Smart Summon feature worked after lunch today. His Tesla immediately turned into the car next to it, and he didn't have time to stop it. Definitely not ready yet. We'll see what announcements are forthcoming and upcoming from Elon and company. But now this is the more pertinent, and this is love this video. I haven't even gotten all the way through it, but it was so good I decided to share this, and I'll finish the video after I get my video up and out. So this is a clip of Don Maimai basically on the road with his Tesla and his Onvo, the one he's test driving.
你看，你一打灯，车是不会过去的，你得把它拽过去才行。如果你想要有打灯变道功能，至少你要花32000块钱才有。所以我觉得这个也挺扯的，毕竟国情都如此了，特斯拉也不做一些改变，是吧？然后还是继续回到乐道 L60，L60 你看到明显在山路上看到特斯拉在使用 NAP 去跟着走，但是跟着大曲的时候它就跟不上了啊。L60 还是在走的。然后同样还是山路，前面有一个公交车，你看 L60 还是丝滑的进行了绕行，2台公交车也都绕行了。我们看到屏幕上的整个规划的轨迹线做的也很正确。其实 L6
I haven't even finished that whole video, but it was compelling enough that I was like, okay, I need to share this because with so many people not talking about NIO, with so many people not talking about Onvo, and this release that's upcoming might be much bigger than people realize. Now, there is an asterisk with this. William Li told us that it's going to be a slow ramp on the delivery side for Onvo and the L60. So I'm absolutely not expecting huge numbers on the delivery side, but I'll also be watching for ThinkerCar to put out the weekly data, and I'll be waiting and watching for when Onvo, the L60 shows up. I think they're going to be showing up on their own. I think NIO will categorize that separate from the NIO brand with the numbers. And so I think ThinkerCar should be able to get a hold of that data. We'll find out. I don't know if it'll be this next week, but every week we're checking it. So come back and see me again. I'll be back with more content, but I wanted to get a little bit of a status check on this sentiment check that I'm doing. I'm not done with it by any means. I'll be doing it all through the next week as well. But have a great day. Have a great weekend. I'll see y'all again very soon.